Welcome to Gloom and Ghouls, your daily dose of adrenaline. Let's dive into the unknown together. Imagine your peaceful getaway becoming your ultimate nightmare. A serene escape into the lush embrace of nature transforms into an unspeakable ordeal. It all starts innocently. A perfect retreat from the chaos of city life, or so you think. But behind the rustling trees and soothing quiet lies an unseen menace. Here on Willow Street, framed by dense woods and weighted silence, terror waits patiently in the shadows. Hold your breath as we descend into darkness and uncover the sinister truths hidden within. The unknown beckons, and you cannot look away. Todd and I, weary of the constant hum of city life that left us feeling caged, decided to embark on a retreat. We chose a secluded cabin, nestled deep in the enigmatic woods of Willow Street, a place promising restorative solitude and the simplicity of nature. From the moment our journey began, subtle warnings hinted at a darker reality. The cab driver, his eyes etched with years of stories untold, started recounting chilling snippets about the area. "This land refuses to stay quiet," he muttered, glancing warily into the rearview mirror. His tone grew clipped, urgency creeping in like a storm cloud. As we neared the edge of a dirt path, he pulled over abruptly, his hands trembling slightly on the wheel. "This is where I stop. Once night falls, stay inside. The forest has ways of keeping its secrets," he said, locking eyes with me as fear danced unspoken in the air. We forced laughter, dismissing his warnings as local law to entertain tourists. Yet we could not ignore the unease, carving grooves into the atmosphere. When we stepped out, a shadow caught our eyes, a tall, unclear form hovering unnaturally on the edge of visibility. It was more a feeling than a sight, an otherworldly silhouette that prickled our skin. Grasping for an explanation, we glanced away, but when we stole another look, the shadow remained. Before we could collect our thoughts, the cab was gone, its taillights swallowed by the suffocating darkness. Clutching each other, we took hesitant steps toward the cabin. The woods greeted us, not with the expected calm, but a silence so profound it felt alive, broken only by the faintest, most unsettling rustles. With every step forward, our instincts screamed for us to turn back. Yet curiosity bound us, and soon the shadow of dread began casting itself over every corner of our supposed sanctuary. This journey promised escape, but delivered something far beyond comprehension. The cabin loomed ahead, its weather-worn exterior blending unnervingly with the surrounding forest. Its rustic charm, a detail we appreciated from the safety of the online listings, had morphed into an unsettling visage framed by creeping shadows. The stay began innocently enough. Bags unpacked, we moved around in stilted silence. Maybe it was the oppressive quiet of the woods, or the weight of the cab driver's warnings, but a heavy presence gnawed at us. Todd tried breaking the tension with a joke, yet it fell flat, swallowed by a sense of unease that neither of us could articulate. As the day sank into the golden hues of dusk, the atmosphere shifted in ways we couldn't ignore. The cabin, quaint by day, felt like a cage as night draped a suffocating blanket of darkness. The forest grew restless. Its stillness wasn't peace. It was an intentional hush, as though it hid a truth we weren't meant to see. Then came the whispers, faint at first, weaving through the trees like stray thoughts. But soon, their cadence grew deliberate, forming a pattern my subconscious recognized as language. My heart thudded louder in my ears as Todd grabbed a flashlight. "Probably an animal," he muttered, though the tension in his voice betrayed him. He swung the door open, stepping into the night. I followed reluctantly, clutching my arms for warmth and reassurance. The flashlight's beam chased fleeting shadows, some taking shapes that defied logic. Long, skeletal limbs writhed at the edge of perception, only to vanish the second the light tried to pin them down. "There's nothing," Todd called over his shoulder, yet his words failed to convince even himself. Back inside the cabin, relief was fleeting. The whispers seemed closer now, more insistent. They breached every wall, slipping through cracks and filling the space until there was nowhere to hide. Lying in bed, I felt eyes on me, though none were visible. The air hummed with an oppressive energy, and sleep did little to comfort. Each time my eyes fluttered closed, haunting visions seized my mind. Figures at the window, their intentions shrouded but undeniably sinister. Whatever had taken residence in these woods, it was watching, waiting, and we had inadvertently invited it into our lives.